First off, good morning. But over the weekend, I realized that I've been overthinking my music process. That I've been like literally kind of thinking too much about what the world thinks of my music and forgetting that it's about what do the people who like my style of music, what do I think of my music? It's first about me. What do I think? Am I satisfied with this effort I put in? Am I happy with this? Does it feel good to me? Does it sound good to me? That's the first thing. And then I got to think, how do the people who like it feel? Right? Because it's about people who like. One of the biggest realizations I came to about music is that it's not about making the world like you. It's not about making the world like your music. It's about getting your music to the people who like what you do. That's what it's about. It's not about getting a million fans or a million people that. It's not about that. If you're an artist and you got 100 people that buy your EP when it comes out, you got 100 people that buy your EP when it comes out. You got 100 people that buy a $20 shirt from you, right? Y'all do the numbers on that, right? You got 100 people that will buy a $20 shirt, 100 people that will spend $6 on the EP, 100 people that will have a paid subscription on your YouTube channel, 100 people that will, like, if you do the numbers on that, you can make a living with just those numbers. Now, you ain't gonna be, that's not multi-millionaire stuff or anything like that, but you can make a living. The whole point, ideology about what I'm saying is that I had to remind myself that it's not about getting the world to like it. It's about getting people who like what I do to embrace what I'm doing. That's really it. I found myself asking myself, damn, is this song too long? Are people gonna connect with these lyrics? Or da 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 da. You can't think like that as an artist, because once you start doing that as an artist, you're actually stifling your art. Once you do that as an artist, you start to stifle your art, and then when you start to stifle your art, it starts feeling and sounding a certain way. I'll give you a great example. Russell Westbrook, one of my favorite players ever played basketball in my life. He's one of my favorite athletes of all time. When Russ was in LA and he was getting criticized left and right, you saw Russ playing slower. You saw Russ not taking certain shots that he would have otherwise taken. He started to think. He let the media get in his head a little bit. He started to think. It wasn't for a long time he did this. It was for a brief period, but you saw it, right? But then he leaves the Lakers, goes over to the Clippers, and then we see flashes of the Russ that we know and love, right? I use Russ as an example because Russ is what you call an instinctive player. He plays off of instincts. He ain't always right, but he ain't always right. He's right most of the time, but he ain't always right. He's gonna make bad plays, bad decisions. He's gonna have crazy looking turnovers, but his energy's always in the right place. His heart's always in the right place, and he's gonna make the right play most of the time. And that's how you have to be as an artist. It's not about having a hit record every song. Like, it's about making the record that you like, that you love, that you can be proud of. I grew up listening to T.I., man, and I ain't never been a dope boy. I ain't never trapped. I ain't never sell no drugs. But the fact that he brought me into the world of what he was doing when he was 19 and 20 and 16, I'm like, damn, this is what some of the guys around me are doing. This is what some of them are doing. And I was fascinated by it. I was fascinated by how he could connect me at 12 years old I wasn't even 12. At 10 years old to a world I've never been a part of. Like, damn, he was able to connect me to that? That's crazy. Right? And so what I pride myself on as an artist is being able to connect you to my world. Being that kid in the neighborhood who decided not to smoke, who decided not to drink, who preferred to read a book, who preferred to watch superheroes and play Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I want to bring you into that world of me, because that's a world that's worthy of being talked about, of being that kid in the neighborhood like I grew up, with killers and drug dealers all around me. I was still that kid. I didn't change up. I'm still him. And there's a certain kind of story you have. We all have stories. And if once we learn how to articulate our story, somebody wants to hear it. Somebody wants to hear it. And so listening to T.I. and Eminem, man, I learned how to tell a story. But listening to the climate of music today, more or less the TikToks, right? I started to think, damn, maybe my songs are too long. Maybe my verse too long. Maybe I'm too complex here. Maybe I need to pull back. And it was like, excuse me, no, I don't. It ain't about none of that. It's about loving what I do and doing it the way I love it. And those that will embrace it and love it will. Because I'm not making, listen, I don't make music for you if all you want to do is drink, turn up, go smoke hookah and go to the club. I'm not the artist you listening to. Could I be on a record that's about that? Yeah, I could. Could I make a song about that? Yeah, I could. But ideally, that's not who I'm talking to. I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to you at all. And that's okay. Because there's an artist out there that makes exactly what that person needs. I'm talking to a lot of people, but I might not be talking to that club. And that's okay. Like, and I had to like remind myself of that. That is okay. And I shouldn't be overthinking the art that I have. And the other side of it, I haven't made no real money, right? Like up to this point in time, I haven't made no real money off of music. I'm not a notable artist yet. So when you're at this stage of building and getting your foot into the door to becoming in a more established act, it's very normal, I would say, to question yourself because you haven't found your base. You haven't gotten your, hey, this is Jack Jackson moment. You haven't gotten that. And so because you haven't gotten that moment, it becomes super easy to say this art form this art that you put out, even if it's great, you put out this art, it's great, everyone loves it, but now you question it because, damn, I got 20 views on it. Even if the 20 views you got today are 15 more than what you got last week when you dropped the video, you're still like, damn, it's only 20 views. I made this vlog for anybody in that space who is questioning themselves, who finds themselves questioning like, damn, is this good enough, or is it? I'm telling you right now, it's more than good. Do not let the outside noise or the outside water, don't let the outside water flood your boat, because your art is for you first, then you give it to the world. Hopefully, I can help you out just a little bit with that, because I needed to hear that. I needed to hear myself say that. Good luck with everything, man. Keep working hard, keep pushing forward, keep creating, keep making music. Don't stop. Don't let the numbers mess you up, because the numbers will come, but you gotta show up first.